Hello everyone, I'm back. It's me, Miss Kalichia. Hello to my Arundel family, but not just to our Arundel family at School 164, but to all schools, no matter where you are or who's ever seen this, to every educator, student, parent, family member. Guess what? I have a chair for you. Woo! Congratulations on your first day of virtual learning. Shout outs to you. I know it was challenging, a little overwhelming. Some of us may have been fearful. I know I was about making my first video, but I want to say cheers and hats off from everyone from the top to the bottom and everyone in between. Remember, every day is a new day to start over, and we can say every moment is a new moment to start over. Because you know why? Together we will be connected, we will be compassionate and courageous. And guess what? This shirt says, I got your back, but it's going to be we got your back because there's no I in team. All right, so on to our today's lesson. Just give me one little snippet of technology magic, and I will be introducing my special guest. See you in a second. Hello, everyone. I'm back. Today is day 2 of our SEL curriculum. I'm going to just do a little quick review from yesterday. We talked about all our different emotions. My special guest is here. This is Nyana. This is I'm gonna keep that blooper in so we can keep it moving. This is my daughter Nyana. Say hi to everybody.
Hello, boys and girls.
Goofball she is. She'll probably be the reason why we have so many bloopers at the end of this video. But thank you for entertaining us. I'm working, but we're going to keep on moving. So we're just going to review our feelings. She had sadness right now, in case you can't tell. She's modeling sadness. We have joy and disgust, anger, and fear. Yesterday I had fear because I was very nervous and anxious and worried about these videos. I've been teaching, taught for 12 years, but been in education for 21 years. So Miss Kalichia was very, very, very nervous and anxious. And so I was tossing and turning all night. But guess what? I'm just going to take my little screenshot of fear for right now, and I'm going to move fear away because Miss Kalichia is not feeling that right now. All right, so for today is Thoughtful Tuesday. So for today, we're going to talk a little bit about our emotions, but how we're going to use that in our virtual community. All right, so for our Thoughtful Tuesday, we are going to be talking about relationship skills and how to work in our new virtual classroom. So again, with our new virtual classrooms, yesterday everyone did a great job. I know some people were overwhelmed. We were excited. We were happy to see our friends. Teachers were happy to see students and principals. The staff checking in on the students and families. The families checking in. I do know that there was some anger, some disgust, some sadness, some frustration with the technology, and that is okay. Please remember to be patient, and we're just going to go just over a few tips today for our virtual community. So I have my 17-year-old here because I don't have little people with me around because we're on quarantine. So I have my 2 volunteers that are helping me. Nala's on, the producer. There she's go. She's producing and put all those little, graphics in there. But anyway, let's get to our lesson for today. So again, today's lesson is establishing a virtual community and still showing kindness while we are on our laptops, computers, our cell phones. So today we are going to be discussing a few similarities and differences between our virtual classrooms versus our real life classrooms. I'm going to interview Nyana just to get a little bit of idea of how some of you may be feeling. And then we're just going to go over just a few things that we can do when we are in our virtual classrooms to make sure that we are being kind to each other and being respectful even while we are in our virtual classrooms. So, Nyana, we are now in virtual learnings. Of course, you know a little bit more about technology, way more than I do, what I've been learning. And if you notice, everyone, Nyana has a little bit of disgust going on. She has a little bit of sadness. Do you want to tell them why?
I don't like online school. It's very different from being in the classroom. It's a lot harder because I can't talk to my teacher face-to-face and one-on-one, which is very helpful for me. I need extra help in school, so it makes it a lot harder when I have to email them separately or just try to call them. I'd rather talk to them face-to-face.
Okay, Nyana is also a senior, so You may have a brother, sister, or someone in your family that may be a senior, and they have a whole another list of concerns that would cause them to have these different emotions. And again, like I said yesterday, whatever emotions you are feeling, it's okay. If you're angry, upset, she has had a moment of joy. She may not look it right now, but she has had little moments of joy. And we've been doing our best here, being on quarantine, to make sure that we are having a good, peaceful environment, but having fun and different things like that. So here's some joy. What are some similarities with the virtual classroom and the real classroom?
The amount of work they're trying to give me. I'm at home. Leave me alone. They give us a lot of work, and it's just the same workload. It just feels like a lot more since I have to do it on my own at home and have to manage my time differently and set up a schedule on my own instead of a bell in school telling me what to do.
All right. So again, Nayana is a little bit older, but for our younger students, it is up to us. So even as a mom of 2 teenagers at home, I try to have the girls on somewhat of a schedule. Of course, they have a little bit of leeway because they're a little bit older. But even trying to come off of our schedule from last week, our spring break, it is a little bit more challenging because they have to manage their time just a little bit differently. But for our younger scholars, it is definitely important that we have some sort of schedule to keep that anxiety and all these different emotions down. It is best when we have a schedule. So some of the differences, again, is using the technology, but like Nayana was saying, there's a lot of work, and we have that work because we know that you can do it. There are tons of resources on the City Schools website, and if you are listening from another district, I'm quite sure, and it's just me believing in our educators around the world, and definitely around the country, that we are working our best to make sure you have those supports. So whatever county you are in, just make sure you're checking out your respective website. So knowing some of those differences and similarities, again, the similarity is the amount of work that needs to be done. And again, you may have all these different emotions. I would be safe to say there are some students who really love school. It just might be a little bit different because it's on the computer. But again, my word for today is patience. Just make sure you are being patient with your teachers, with the staff, with your family, with your siblings. As you can see in our videos, there will be tons of shenanigans and different things going on, and plenty of emotions and stuff like that. So when you're in a virtual classroom, you may have a sibling with you. So if you're sharing a video or sharing a laptop, you might have to have a schedule for siblings to use the computer. It depends on what you have or what you don't have. But definitely when you are using the internet, you want to make sure that you are being respectful. Multiple people may be on a device. Nayana just had her phone. Earlier she was chatting with her teacher from her phone. Somebody might have a laptop. So we just want to make sure when others are speaking, as you see Nayana and I sitting here, while I'm speaking, she's listening. And when she was listening, Miss Kalicia, when she was listening.
When I was talking.
When she was talking, I was listening. So we just want to make sure that we're keeping those same kindness and respect, those things that we learned in our the schools who are restorative practices school have welcoming rituals, or someone might call them morning circles or optimistic closures. Just those same respects. One person is speaking on your computer. You will see buttons that someone can mute. So when you're in your virtual classrooms, again, be patient, and teachers and staff are working together. So parents and students, we're just making sure that you are learning the virtual language of etiquette. Of course, we are properly dressed. We make sure we try to have distractions when we're doing virtual learning. Sharing technology. If you have siblings that are twins, some of our second graders, all grade levels, quite sure have some twins in them, so you might want to make sure that you're sharing so each other can see the laptop. So whatever that looks like for you, at the end of the day, you just want to make sure that while you are in your virtual learning, that you are trying to pay attention, doing the best that you can do. You want to make sure that you are being kind and respectful, not only to those in your home where you live, but also in the virtual world. So if you're typing, you want to make sure that you're typing appropriate language and using kindness. This is a time for all of us to come together and continue that kindness. So just make sure that you're being patient. Again, you could be frustrated and disgusted, but there are moments of joy as you are learning to do all of this work, like Nyana was saying, online. All right. So, and then you have, this is a mouse, but so you take these things and, are you laughing at me? So I want you to have a great day today. And join me tomorrow. Tomorrow it will be Wellness Wednesday. So I will be doing some mindful breathing and teaching you how to breathe. So again, our points for today was being kind in our virtual community, making sure you're still being patient with yourself and all of our different emotions that we have. Is there anything that you want to add?
There's some good moments at home when I'm joking with my family, and it's just, it's gonna be all right. At the end of the day, it's gonna be all right. We're gonna get through this pandemic.
Good. Out of the mouth of our young people. I couldn't have said it best. So on this note, I'm going to leave you, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a great and wonderful learning day. And from my heart to yours, from our home to yours, thank you for being my student. Have a great and wonderful day. Remember, every moment is a new moment to start over. Am I on?
You heard, did you hear the
Don't do that to me. Okay. Are you going to cut that or we need to start over? Joy, 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 joy. Hello, everyone. Before we start our recap from today's, I'm to scratch.
And
I messed up. Did we do? I got it all bumbled to jumble and I was doing a good job. Oh, shoot.
I thought like that, girl.
You went too fast. Start it over, please.
I'll do it.
Boop, 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 boop. Are you recording?
Wait, I think so. I don't know.
Where you go?